you need sometimes those home runs, right? You need that one moment that you can knock it out the park, but you have to put yourself in that position.
All right, live from LA. This is Smart and Mild podcast, baby.
All right, Smart and Mild. How you guys doing?
Episode 20.
20. I'm digging it.
I like it when we get to the round numbers. It feels like we actually made something happen.
Yeah. I feel like we're actually doing something. You know what I mean? We're actually like persistently making it happen. I mean, all of a sudden,
we got the lion in the
place. We have somebody here.
Does this work?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is it working?
Yeah, it's working.
Okay, great.
Everybody give it up for the lion.
Thanks for inviting me, guys.
So happy to have the lion here. It's a beautiful day.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm blessed to have be in company with great guys like you.
Yeah.
I mean, we're up in the SLS hotel, which is kind of a lion's den.
Right.
I've been seeing how it works around here. This guy's kind of moving some weight.
Right.
But really happy that you're here and excited.
Thanks for having me.
Happy to meet you, man. Happy to meet you. So like, I have so many questions. It's unbelievable. You know what I mean? I know a little bit about you, but not too crazy. Yeah. So everybody's getting ready to find out who you are, you know, based on your Instagram, because everybody's seen your Instagram. We know you look flying on G5 jets, going to restaurant after restaurant, traveling, and we're like, what's happening here? Like,
yeah, how does this work?
Like, right. You know, how to get everything. So I want to know. I have many questions about you. First of all, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm happy to be on the West Coast.
Yeah.
And you know, everybody's been on lockdown for the past year, and people have been dying, especially myself. I'm a avid traveler, so being here, going across to the other side of the country is amazing.
Yeah.
So you spend most of your time in New York?
Yeah. In the summers, I try to make my route. So I have a lot of investors in Europe. You know,
okay.
And, you know, New York is really humid
in
the summers. You know, I even go to Canada as well. I have family out there.
Yeah.
So, and investments as well. So I like making my routes during different seasonal routes.
International. I'm curious. You know, as a Californian, you know, I think California is superior. I mean, at everything. But I gotta ask you, because you've been in the high ends of New York. I gotta ask you, what do you like better? Like the Manhattans of New York or the Los Angeles?
Yeah, I'm
West
a kid.
LA?
I'm a kid from Manhattan, so I grew up on the Upper West Side. Back in the 90s, it was like Washington Heights.
Yeah.
So I grew up with a lot of Dominican, Puerto Rican, Jewish kids, black kids, just no Asian kids.
Right.
I have a funny story. In my junior high, there was this new exchange student, and it was from China.
Yeah.
And my principal pulled me out and said, "Okay, talk to him." And then I was like,
we just found your best friend.
Do you know I grew up on the Upper West Side with Dominican and Puerto Rican kids? Like,
right.
I don't even speak Chinese.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have no idea about speaking Mandarin. So you know, things like that. It's just stereotypical things.
Yeah.
You know, that you face with an Asian kid on the Upper West Side.
Yeah. It sounds like a white person that had done that, right?
Yes, it was.
Of course, right?
Yeah.
Like
redhead.
It's like that sometimes.
You two grouped together. Yeah. You get together. You know, I'm curious. You know, you didn't have too many like other Asian friends. Were your parents mad at you?
No, because they were working long hours.
Oh, they're too
like
busy.
You're a first generation immigrant family. They're literally working from 6 to 5. They don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Like they as long as I'm not outside doing weird shit and bring problems home, they give two shits. Right?
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously, if you hang out with more Chinese kids, you're gonna speak Chinese.
Of course.
So that's the issue. I knew more Spanish than Chinese.
Yeah.
Especially Spanish bad words.
Right.
It got me into lots of fights too.
Damn.
I'll say these curse words, and then all of a sudden, everybody wants to fight me, and I had no idea what that meant.
Damn.
With your size, were you a big fighter?
When I was younger, yeah. But I'm a lover now. Yeah.
You've changed your ways, which is really important. Cam and I have changed our ways too.
Yeah.
So this is a reformed group of men.
We're Christians.
On this couch. It's real important.
Yeah, we're Christians. We're saved. You know. Other than the other night, I mean, you should have seen that shit. So I'm curious. You know, you seem like a hard worker. Your parents, you know, they're working hard. You just mentioned that. You know, a lot of times, you know, we tend to look at our parents as like inspirations for what, you know, we came about. Like who are your parents to you?
My parents were the cornerstone of just hard work. That's how I saw them. They would, like I said, work 6 a.m. to 5. My dad was picked up a trade, you know, as a first generation immigrant. He learned how to make French doors. So at that time, he actually made a big salary for a new immigrant in America. So we grew up okay for a certain point, and then he got laid off, and then he got addicted to gambling, horse racing.
That would be a fun addiction, though.
There used to be this chain called OTB, which is off-track betting. They banned it in New York, but he spent a lot of money. Yeah, and gambled a lot of our savings, probably.
I empathize, but I do get it. Like, you get to the track, you want to spend some money.
Hell yeah.
But you're betting like on horses that, you know, you're betting on the ratios, right? Like, oh, if this horse wins, you're gonna get 10-1.
You got to look at the glutes. You got to really assess the horse.
I know nothing about horses.
Oh yeah, it's all about glutes. Yeah, and then figuring out who the daddy was.
Yeah. Make sure he is steroid. Like, make sure he's a steroids in him, because I think they all win that way. I just, you know, I think steroids, you know, you heard about the recent horse racing. I just made me think about that. I think all horses should use steroids, including, you know, racers and everything like that. So I'm just saying, I think we all should cheat in that way.
Yeah, I like horses and Lance Armstrong's juice.
It's great. It's great. Good. Yeah. I'm lots of fun with that. So that's cool, man. You know, so coming to that space, you know, that's what's really interesting. You know, you growing up okay and finding your way, you know, through, you know, when did you, I would say, like, stop kind of get into that fighting mode? When did you break out of the fighting mode of yourself and got into, like, the more, you know,
just to work? Yeah, not teddy bear, but what I
that means a
let's just
lion.
Let's just break into the lion.
Yeah. What made you to the lion?
What made me into the lion?
Because there's always a reason, a phase, or something.
Sure, yeah. So in college, in my freshman year, you know, I'm a big guy. I'm about, you know, 6'3", 6'4". Yeah. I love playing basketball, you know, against black guys.
I get it.
You know, Latinos. That's where I grew up, in the concrete jungle.
Right.
So, you know, I tried out for the team with my friends. We made it to the next round. And if you know basketball tryouts, they make you do suicides. Yeah. They kill you. Yeah. They literally make you almost puke.
Right.
Sure.
So after the tryouts, we were walking towards the subway, and at that moment, when I got down the subway with my friends who tried out, I didn't have $1.50 for the fare, and I was just like, wow. And I jokingly said to them, "Hey guys, like, can you spot me $1.50?" And they all like laughed at me. Like, "You don't have $1.50?"
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah. Who doesn't have $1.50? Right?
Yeah.
So, but my pride, you know, made me not beg them for anything. And I literally said, "Oh guys, I'm gonna go up and grab a drink. You know, I can't take the subway right now." So I went up, you know, but I didn't have $1.50. Right. That's the issue. Right. I didn't have anything in the bank.
Right.
And I just went through this like 3-hour tryout for the basketball team. And what happened to me is I just felt like shit. I almost felt like, wow, like, what am I doing in life?
Yeah.
And I lived about, let's say, 8 miles away. I decided to walk. Instead of, I could have easily hopped the train.
Yeah.
I could have easily gone over the turnstile and said, I'm not fucking paying $1.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm most likely there's going to be no cops around anyway.
Yeah.
But instead, I said, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do the right thing. And I walked home. Damn. And during that 8-mile walk, I just said to myself, I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of being poor. I'm tired of having zero in the bank. And I had to change my mindset. So that's when the lion was born. I just said, I'm going to do whatever it takes to make sure I'm never poor. And I'll always have that $1.50 fare.
Hell yeah.
But I told my friends, those same guys, many years down the line, that, look, I actually walked, and they're like, why didn't you just tell me? I would have given you the $1.50. Right. Like, we were just joking. We wouldn't even mean to tell you, like, to make fun of you.
Yeah.
But you know what? I was happy. I was happy that I did that.
Sometimes when that's happening, it's a bigger life moment that I think was probably intended for you.
Yeah.
That it needed to hit that deep.
Exactly.
Right? And so your friends obviously didn't want to hurt you or harm you.
Sure.
But the world needed to teach you a lesson. And thank God you were able to, like, kind of wake up that day.
Yeah. But I also could have just done the wrong thing, which is jump over the turnstile,
Right.
and I would have been fine. But I did the right thing, and I walked home. But
Right.
that gave me a different perspective in life. Like, I was exhausted. That's the key here. I was so exhausted that mentally you're almost like at a breaking point. But then that's the push. That's the moment that gives you that, like you said, a life-changing experience.
Epiphany.
Even though it's this simple, something so simple, it's something huge for me.
Something that clicked. Yeah.
That's when the lion was born within me.
How old were you then?
I was probably I would say 19 or 20 years old.
19, 20 years old.
No, probably 18 to 19.
Yeah. You know what's interesting is like a lot of people actually tend to have that experience, and but what I know some of these people, and I catch myself. They say, "Man, I'll never be this again," but sometimes their habits and their lifestyle that was already ingrained into them catches them along the way, and it really traps them back. They'll start, but they'll trap back. How did you break out of that? Because essentially, you how you grew up and whatever led to that moment was not working for at least what you wanted. So when you were breaking out and becoming that lion, how did you not snap back and be like, you know what, maybe I'll just do like my parents did, or maybe I'll just take the easy way route, maybe just work out the subway or whatever.
So this also stems from let's go back now.
Yeah.
So again, I was a first generation immigrant. My parents immigrated here from southern China, which is by Hong Kong. So it was like a humid climate, like kind of a Miami.
Okay.
They were farmers. So when they got here, my mom immediately became a seamstress, or the sweatshop.
Okay.
Right. She'll make 5 cents a zipper, like sewing on a pair of pants.
Yeah.
And she would bring me to the factory. So I remember walking in, hearing the sewing machines going off, other kids. There were so many kids like myself there that they couldn't afford daycare, right? So they'll bring me there, and they'll throw all of us in a cardboard box, a humongous one.
Yeah.
Because that's where they ship it from China, like a huge fabric in a cardboard box. They'll throw us all in there like a playpen.
Huh.
So we're all in there, like all these random kids playing with each other.
I mean, kids get amused by boxes.
Yes.
So you can throw a box at a kid, and you make
and
for 2 hours.
There was a lot of beef in there. Like it was a little space, so I'm like boxing people. I'm like, get the fuck out of my way.
Beef in the box, son.
And I was like 4 years old.
Yeah.
So I think at that moment.
So this is in China, or were you?
No,
in
here. No.
You were
this
in Manhattan.
Is, you guys couldn't believe, but sweatshops operated in New York City for many years.
Yeah.
I think the big scandal.
There's probably still shit like that going
on. Of course, but there's
Yeah.
a big scandal with, I think that woman Kathy Lee Gifford or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she had a sweatshop in the garment district on like around Empire State Building.
Wait, she's like one of the biggest virtue signalers out there, right? Like,
I have no idea. I don't know anything about her. I just saw her on the Daily News, and they were handing out money to all the sweatshop workers that were coming out because she has such bad PR about
At the end of
her.
the day, like
No, yeah, she was just trying to like, help everyone. Like,
yeah.
because they trapped all these women in
Oh,
in a sweatshop, and they're like, "That's where your clothes is coming from. You're fucked. We're never buying your shit again."
Damn.
I mean, she probably made the deal in a boardroom, and the people were like, "Yo,
and
we
they had
have
no
really
idea.
cheap hookup for your clothes." Probably never went down there.
Yeah.
And then gets down there, is like, "Oh shit,
Oops.
it's time to break open that bank account and start getting some dollar bills out."
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what she did. I remember that. So look, the sweatshops were in Manhattan. They were in New York City. Just people didn't know about it.
But now, did she have that job before she got to the States?
No, of course not. She came here, and again, you're picking up a trade.
Yeah.
So what is something that's that you don't need a college education, or
I just didn't know if it was as gross as someone coming to China and be like, "Yo, we got some good jobs in the States."
No,
and
it's not like that.
You're
no,
like,
no.
This is
you know how it works? It's just my cousins work there. Let me,
100%.
Like we need more people to put zippers on pants. You want to work for 5 cents a zipper or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's back to your point. Pretty much where I like I always had this from just being in that environment. I saw how my mom went through all this mundane work, and she busted her ass and she would bring me every single day. And I think this instilled, you know, like I have to work hard to get out of this shit. Yeah. Like I don't want my mom doing this shit. 100%. Right? So I remember there was a point where she mentioned to me that I would watch her like sew in the sewing machine, and this other woman's moving fast, like boom, 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 cranking it out, and she's like slow. She's slow because she was scared. She, you know, because it's a needle going like that. Do it right. Yeah. So she was scared. The other woman's like more a risk taker, and she was going fast. She was making like triple the money she was, and I noticed that at like 3 years old, I was able to say, okay, why is she doing it faster? And she's like, oh, well, that's why she's making more money. And then I already knew if you're able to do something more efficient, you're gonna make more money. Yep. So I already recognized that at 3 years old because I was in, you know, I grew up with no money. I was poor. Right. So those little moments, like you said, those are those breakout moments for me in my life that built me up.
Yeah, those building blocks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Building blocks.
That's interesting. So it's like you know, that moment in the subway, that was like the final kicker, but you had many moments along the way to really kind of wake you up at what this life is all about. You know, that's cool.
I watched The Lion King. I saw how Simba like slowly grew.
Yeah.
So that's how I kind of had that lion mentality. Like you have to, you got to push when you're too tired. You know, when your family's poor and you want to do something about it, that's the only way you're gonna get over the hump. Is you have to do it. You got to change your mindset.
You have to do it.
You can't wait for others. You can't wait for handouts. You gotta fucking do it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And it's weird when anything that you do in life, once you start to identify yourself, like, hey, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna start walking forward. Before someone tells you that you should or could, you know, asking for permission doesn't work.
No.
You just ask for forgiveness, not permission. That's the only way that you can get anywhere in life.
Right.
But then the world does uniquely start to surround you. When you say, hey, I'm going to start this business, your immediate friends will like look at you like, hey, this guy, you don't have it in you. But there will be somebody who randomly kind of sees you from afar and be like, come on.
You know what?
I'll mess with you.
You hit it right on the head.
Yeah.
There. When I first told my family I'm going to start a company and I'm going to leave my cushy banking job, my sisters immediately, you know, because especially in Asian culture, we play it safe. You know, a lot of Asian people invest in real estate because it's safe. It's a safer bet.
I understand.
It's never, and nothing's ever safe, but it's a safer bet.
Got it.
Now, my sister was like, "Nah, you're not gonna do shit. Like you're like, don't do it. You're dumb." Like my mom was like, "Don't do it. You make six figures right now.
Yeah.
Like never leave the bank." Like, but
and you could have.
Yeah, but then many years later, I said, "Look, you told me not to leave this other job. I left, and I got more money. And then I'm at the bank, and you told me to never leave again.
Yeah,
just stay there for the rest of your life.
Right.
And I left, but guess what? I retired her.
Word.
She's never worked.
Wild.
Word.
She hasn't worked for probably 13 years now.
Damn.
So ever since I started making that bread, you know, I retired her.
Yeah.
Like I gave her allowance every single month that covered her rent stabilized apartment in New York City.
Right.
And then some more, you know, and then some. So so her sole job these days is just to walk my dog.
Damn.
Like she wakes up, walks my dog, and then enjoys whatever she wants. She wants to go to Chinatown to go shopping for some groceries or meeting some friends. That's her life.
Right.
But had I listened to her play it safe,
right,
I would never be here.
Yeah, I don't know about y'all, but that deserves a fucking amen. Fucking amen.
Oh, really?
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm just telling facts.
No, but
life experience.
Yeah,
retire your mom.
Yeah,
retire your fucking mom.
Retire your mom. You know, that's the way to do it.
Stop making her do laundry for you.
Hell no. You know what I'm saying? She's like, remember
when I go home in Minnesota, my mom's doing a little bit of laundry.
Yeah. But then you get like a little bit of bragging rights, like, I told you so. You should have listened to your son. You know, it's funny. My mom does that to me to this day.
Yeah.
And I get it because they're trying to, you know, they want you to be safe and okay and whatever. But at the same time, you know, this life is ours. You mentioned, it's like it's up to you to take it. It's up to you to go get it.
Yes.
And believe it or not, this shit's more available than we realize.
Yes.
It's clear to see with the guys that we have around you.
Yes.
So that's what's really interesting. You have multiple businesses,
Yes.
for what I understand. I believe you have like a jet business, if I'm not mistaken.
So one of my latest investments is just disrupting the private jet world.
Okay.
So you know, the whole point is it's like an Uber for the air. So it's real time on demand where you could pull up just like Uber.
Mm-hmm.
You go in and you just put in a flight. I mean, obviously the flights have to be available.
Yeah.
But it's short segments. So there's no one operating in a short distance, private jet style.
Mm-hmm.
So for example, if you're in New York and you want to go to Boston, if you just take the traditional, like try to take, you know, Delta or American, you're gonna take an hour at the airport and then another like 45 minutes. TSA, etc. You have to go through the hassle.
So for LA, it's the Vegas flight.
Yes.
Or San Francisco flight, or
yes,
San Diego
exactly,
flight.
exactly.
Right,
so
right.
short segment.
Right.
Within, I would say within an hour.
Okay.
I should say within an hour.
Yeah.
So there was, you know, my other partner, who's the founder of the company, he brought it to me, and this is how things happen. When people bring me ideas that I think I could help and take to the next level, with my own capital infusion, and then I raise money with, you know, my other friends and investors that have invested with me many years. You know, I bring it to their attention. So with this on-demand private jet app, obviously, we're able to now deliver this Uber experience, right? So one investor said to me, you know, I passed up Airbnb, and then I passed up Uber, because who would have thought you're gonna let a stranger into your car?
Yeah.
Who would have thought you're gonna let a stranger into your house?
Right.
Sure.
But guess what? That shit is happening.
100%.
Yeah.
And it's happening really well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the same thing. We're just doing it for short segment travel and on demand. Again, it's just finding something that we could disrupt, and we could do it in a fast and efficient way.
Yeah.
So now you can
people
bypass
that have
all
their
that.
own jets that are incorporating that into.
Yeah, so
your
we're actually gonna buy our own fleet of jets and 135. They call it 135 planes.
Yeah.
You know, when you own a 135 operator, you're able to own your own fleet of planes.
Oh, okay.
So we're actually going out now and looking for planes to
Is
acquire.
that 135, is that like a license to own a fleet? Okay.
It's called 135 operator.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah.
So look, if you have that there and you have the team built, now I'm coming in as kind of the VC private equity guy that could bring in investments and that could take us to the next level.
Yeah.
And then I usually also look towards Wall Street. Like, will this be sexy enough one day for Wall Street?
Yeah.
Like, for example, just think of Snapchat. Like the guys who built Snapchat, they're building it, they're raising tons of money, and then eventually they IPO.
Yeah.
That's what I want to keep in mind. I want to be able to bring in investors and then provide an exit strategy in the future.
Right.
So it's like a hybrid model. You want to bring people in with the notion, like there's going to be a liquidity event or an exit strategy.
Yeah. And I'm curious, you know, and with that business, I noticed you're kind of fulfilling a need in there. Seeing basically the trend, looking ahead, of course, and saying like, oh, well, this could potentially be a big thing because people need it. Like you're traveling with a group of people that want to go to Vegas, let's just say for the party for the weekend. It's perfect for that situation. And even we don't have to be rich. We can just pitch in, get a flight.
Especially with like what happened with COVID and stuff.
That's the key here too.
Yeah.
Cost effective.
Yeah.
We're not going to drain you. So for the same cost as like first class or business, you can get private.
Yeah. When you get a group of people, that's like
think about it. If you could show up 30 minutes before, and you're sitting in
anything about that.
You're sitting in a comfortable sofa, and you're just waiting for your flight. You get on and you get off. Yeah, you save probably 50%, if not 100% of time.
Yeah, you're saving at least 2.5 hours almost.
Exactly.
From like the start from the beginning.
If I'm going to Vegas tomorrow,
then
I now have to arrive an hour before.
Right.
check in my bag,
Right.
then wait around
For this nasty
and
COVID
who
people.
knows if there's delays or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you have to go through the TSA
Yeah.
hassle.
Gross.
Right.
Then you land, you gotta wait for your bags, and this. Imagine you taking private 30 minutes before, boom, you hop on, and then you land, you hop off, get your stuff, get your Uber, you're out.
Yeah.
There's nothing else. It's just
100%.
gonna be you and 8 other people.
Right.
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 I think there's a big cleanliness play in that too.
Yeah.
We're just
Yes.
where like people are so sick of being in the big iron or
Ugh.
tube with all
Fucking
these
gross,
people.
yeah.
There you go. That's another
Big time.
advantage we have.
Big time.
Post COVID,
Mm-hmm.
there's people's mindset
Uh-huh.
is gonna change. They don't
Everybody
wanna
has
be stuck.
PTSD.
Yeah.
Yes.
To your
People don't
advantage,
want
a little bit.
to
Oh,
be
yeah.
on a plane
Oh, yeah.
with 200 people.
Yeah.
People want to actually, if they could stay away and they pay a little bit more,
Yeah.
they wouldn't do it.
100%.
Yeah. That totally makes sense.
The biggest thing for me too with all the travel is just how much it takes away from me. Like, is it potentially? And this is a stupid thing. It's definitely a first world problem. But like, just the energy that it takes to travel. Like, am I like shortening my life over
Yes,
time?
that's right.
Like when you're getting on a lot of planes a year, it's like,
Yeah.
what am I doing to my stress level? What am I doing to my heart? Like by doing all that, where we didn't have to do all that, feeling like you're in Disneyland every single time you're traveling.
Yeah.
You're different type of Disneyland.
The fast track.
You're going straight to the ride.
Fast track, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And like not even the fast track like the fucking you own this Disneyland.
Mhm.
Like fuck fast track. Barely even works. But anyway, I don't know if you've been to fast track in Disneyland. It's fucking what's the point? So yeah, no, that's really interesting. You know, you're filling a need, and I noticed that you do that with your other businesses too. And I wanted to ask you, well, first of all, how many businesses are you either managing, owning, and or co-investing in?
Sure. So I'm a prolific like angel seed investor.
Okay.
So throughout my decade of doing this, I've probably invested in hundreds of companies in an array of different areas.
Right.
During the big cannabis boom,
Yep.
Legalization in Canada, I was a big investor there.
Right.
In many deals, and then me coming back, me seeing opportunities in the States, especially during COVID.
Yeah.
This is the reason why I was attracted to the private aviation industry, and then this model.
Right.
I was able to see something and know that eventually, I think it's a trend.
Yeah.
Right. So everything to me is a trend. If you follow the trend, you're gonna succeed.
Yeah.
So I always think 2 years out. So I'm a forward-looking thinker. So I'm gonna say post-pandemic, what's happening in the world? Like you said, people are fucking scared.
Yeah.
People don't want to get on with 200 other people.
Yeah.
The cooties are everywhere, and the air circulating. So that's what triggered me. I think 2 years ahead, and then with the rise of everyone traveling again, this is going to be a hot sector. Travel,
Right.
So if you're able to come in and start taking market share, then we're gonna win.
Yeah.
Are costs going down for planes? Are they going?
No, I think it's going up, just because of the fact that, for example, I know some intel obviously from the private jet world. Private jets are at all-time highs right now. Just the demand for them it's sick.
I'm curious for this. I'm curious. Question from that. Because the aviation industry is known for their safety, because obviously, and even older planes in their 70s, 80 years old, they maintain them they maintain them as if they're brand new.
They have to.
Yeah, and so I'm curious. Even the older planes, as the price has gone up, obviously because of the demand, but that's what's really interesting is you're able to take a fleet of maybe older planes, or let's just say, or and a mix of new, I'm sure, and able to take and use that because everyone wants to fly in a private jet and look cool on Instagram, essentially, even if they have a little bit of money. I mean, hell, why not? Myself included. Don't get me wrong.
It truly is an Instagram.
And I'll take you guys one day.
Yeah. No,
sure.
Do it.
Yeah.
I'm sure, even if it's to Vegas and it's a short trip, we'll do something.
Yeah.
I mean,
We're not done here.
No, we're the type of guys that we're willing to just go sit on the tarmac again. Yeah, it doesn't have to take too much.
Yeah, just bring my bags onto the flight.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
We carry the bags onto the flight, that kind of thing.
That's
most,
it.
by the way, probably most Instagram people do that. They're not really going on the plane anyway.
100%.
Didn't Nick Cannon get caught with that?
Yeah, probably.
He like posted a picture. He's like, "Yo, go." Or
No,
maybe
you're
T.I.
lying.
or somebody got caught taking a picture.
Yeah.
I'm out in front of the flight.
It might have been
and then
T.I.
someone took a picture of him sitting like literally center row.
Yeah.
They're like, no, he's on my flight.
Oh shit!
He's not going
That's
on that
sick.
bad boy.
That's sick.
Yeah, that's my style.
Yeah. Dude, fake it till you fucking make
We're
it.
still center row spirit at Smart and Mile, but you know
Yeah.
that's why we're sitting around with the lion,
No.
and we're learning. We're gonna start investing. He's big crypto guy now.
I was gonna say,
Lost all of his money in it.
Who?
But-
Who?
first of all, I want to correct you.
Oh wow!
I
You
want-
know what? By the way, I never really got into crypto. I owned a few Bitcoin
Yeah.
ATMs.
Yeah.
That I just fuck with just to see if I could make some
He
money.
bought Doge on the highest in history day it had.
No,
Yeah.
at what, like 70
Well,
cents?
no. So
you got
okay.
dumped on.
So let's
Wow.
fucking talk
We need
about it.
business advice.
You got fucked.
Let's talk about it because I am
The
fucking
dog took
pissed.
a fat dump on you.
I got Doge the Wednesday before Elon Musk was supposed to go on SNL. Okay, and I was like, yo, actually, I take that back. I had some Doge at 38 cents, then I bought it again at 52 cents right before SNL, and I'm like, yo, this shit's gonna go to the fucking moon. I'm going rich. I put all $300 in. I was like, shit. I'm gonna be rich.
We're still like we're low investors, but it was all your money.
It doesn't matter. No, not all of it. You know.
Yeah, every single penny.
And then I put it in, and I was like, yo, like we're gonna get rich, right?
Yeah.
And it didn't. Elon Musk was like, it's a hustle, and then I fucking lost like $16. I'm still pissed about
We
it.
were making everything out of that 300.
Everything, and I'm like,
So
oh,
our future.
Hey, that's
was-
how many
Fuck.
Happy Meals is that? That's like 4 of these.
yeah,
days.
four, but that's happy nonetheless. And
Yeah.
so, and I'm fucking, it didn't get it, so I'm disappointed. So
that was supposed to
So,
change our.
by the way, I'm gonna teach
The whole
you
life.
something. Here, I'm gonna educate you. Okay?
Yeah, please,
Ready? So
XRP.
what
No?
happened? No,
Ah.
I'm gonna give you the classic reason why you got caught on this.
okay,
This is a classic reason. It's called buy the rumor, sell the news.
fuck.
So
You-
had you met me earlier, then I would have saved you $16.
We've had this
So-
conversation
so
on air.
So this is what's happening here.
Fuck
The rumor is Elon Musk is going on SNL.
Right.
He's gonna go to the moon.
the news.
And guess what? Everybody knows this shit.
Yeah.
You're not anybody special.
No, no.
Everybody fucking knows this.
Right.
So everybody's getting tricked on buying this rumor. But what happens
And
is,
the rumor was that he was gonna fuck it up.
oh yeah,
Because
for
SNL
sure.
was
Yeah.
And then
all that kind of stuff.
and this is what happened. It ran up SNL,
Mm-hmm.
the rumor, and then when it happened, he was awful. Nobody gives a shit.
No, it was
And then boom,
yeah.
and then you got caught on.
Fucked.
Buy the rumor,
Fuck.
sell the news. As a experienced investor, I would have told you sell it on the way up,
Yeah,
or sell it 2 days before the SNL shit.
right.
And my
Fuck.
business advice to Cam,
He
the
said-
day
yeah,
he
he's-
bought it,
he said it a different way,
was
but yeah.
once you have your bagger at Target, go. Yeah, I just bought a little Bitcoin today. Sell the
that
fucking
Yeah,
Bitcoin.
exactly.
You gotta get out. Once the bagger is putting all their bags into Bitcoin or anything,
Yes.
where they're like,
And
bought
I
some
had another
applesauce.
high school friend. He's this Italian kid who thinks he's black.
Yeah.
By the way, he's from the Bronx.
I know. No.
And,
First of all, no Italian kid should ever even claim to be. We
Just a
we
typical
saw
identity crisis.
we saw the
Nothing wrong
football.
with that.
We
There
saw
you
the
go.
football games.
That's
Don't
some
even
race
start.
in there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he works for Amazon and he makes like $300,000 a year.
Okay.
He's like he protects all of the the assets.
Yeah.
Within Amazon's
Oh, so he's the
warehouses,
devil.
right? So so he literally he was like he starts sending me stuff on Bitcoin. He goes, I just bought 75 grand of Bitcoin
Fuck.
at 55,000.
Oh no.
And then I was like, bro,
Oh no.
you know I've made it, right?
Yeah.
So you gotta listen to me. And he's like, no, it's going to 100,000. And then I was like, okay, you're the guy, you're the average Joe.
Yeah.
By the time it reaches the average Joe, you're done.
Toast.
That's it. You're toasted.
Yeah.
All the guys who loaded up are the smart money,
Mhm.
and they wanted to get to people like you, so then they could dump on your ass.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. And now,
He's holding.
you know what?
their
I've been
debt.
sending him like faces and fucking him. I'm like, haha, you're getting fucked.
Yeah.
You listen
But
to
if
me.
I do
He's
think-
like, I still believe 100,000.
If he just holds, I think he'll be fine over
Okay.
time.
Okay.
But then
Maybe.
again, it might have hit its peak.
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe you might have to wait another 3 years.
I'm a big XRP and Cardano guy now.
Yeah.
Still Ethereum. I'm still into that.
Okay.
basically low emission crypto.
Yes,
Basically they're. But I mean shit. Like, I'm just disappointed that this one. And I cannot get over it. And I feel like that guy, even though I put my $300, and I feel like I put all my 75,000. And you know, you never got into crypto. You invested hard business. You know, you don't. Do you invest in like spec? I mean, I was actually gonna ask you this before. You know, when it comes to the businesses that you invest in, are you looking at these businesses like this will be, or essentially like this could be cool, this could be the ascension in a couple of years, or you know, this is now and let me get in on it? Like, I'm curious, you know, what's when you look at a new opportunity that comes your way, you know, how do you assess that new investment? Because I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna use it for crypto. I'm just saying.
Sure. So the way I look at things is there's different criteria. Number one is obviously the sector. Like, I have to believe that in the next few years it's going to be a hot sector and area I want to invest in. Right. Like, again, I think travel aviation is going to rebound. It has already. And everyone's going to want to travel and go crazy.
Yeah.
Right?
That's why I'm wondering.
And kind of fuck their brains out, you know?
Yeah.
You want to travel and fuck anything that walks.
Great.
Right? So,
great.
So that's why.
Run it.
Yeah. That's why. You know, I think it's a great sector to be in. Yeah. Second is you got to believe in the management. I have to be able to look you in the eye and say, I trust you, right? You're taking my fucking money. Right. Remember, I'm a sweatshop baby. Right. You fuck with me. Right. I'm gonna come after you like from the streets.
100%.
You can't. You think I'm gonna wear a suit and tie? No, I'm gonna be at your doorsteps. Right. Like, you better give me my fucking money.
Lion's coming.
You know. So I've had lots of issues like that in the past.
Right.
But in the end, it's you have to be able to trust the operator.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm the investor, and I'll do anything possible on my end to assist in growing the company. But that's the second criteria: is you have to feel very confident that this guy could execute. Right. So a lot of people come to me every single day, and they're like, "Oh, invest in me. I have this deal. I have this." Yeah. And many times I go, okay, the question I ask them is, okay, how do I get my money back? When I ask them that, some of them get blown away. They're like, what do you mean? I'm a startup. Like, I get to keep it. No. I get to grow. And I go, okay, where's my money? How are you? What percent am I going to make? Right. Like, and then they start getting scared. Right. Right. When I ask these questions, because they don't think about making money for you. They just say, oh yeah, put it in, and hopefully I'm gonna make money for you. No, I don't like hopefully. I want to know. And if you're not even thinking of the second step of where you're gonna get your investors' money back, then what are we even talking about?
Because they're just trying to get out to catch LA.
Right. They're not worried about making money. Hey, by the way, that has happened to me many times where, I've invested and I'm like, fuck. Like a week later, I'm like, this guy is in Vegas.
Oh God.
Banging hookers and.
But then again, that's on you.
And popping bottles.
Oh my God.
And then I'm like, and then it just sinks down. Like I'm like, fuck. There goes my $100,000. There goes my $50,000. Like it's over.
That's fucked. Yeah. That's fucked. Yeah, that's crazy because you got to be able to trust the man and be able to almost see man or woman or see their work or see their past or see their future because. Unfortunately, everyone has competitors, and you could end up falling to their fucking competitor because they didn't do the work that they said that they're going to do.
So, like you said, just to expand on that, they have to be hardworking.
Word.
So, if they don't match my hunger, sometimes I'll impose myself, but I don't want to impose myself where I want to run it. Like that's not what I want to do. But I want to make a statement that you're not going to take my money and think you could do whatever the fuck you want with it. Word. But they have to work hard. Word. Right. Well, yeah, I want them to be nerds. I want them to be, annoying. Right. Annoy me, annoy me with accounting. That means you're working. Right. Right. If they don't annoy me, that means you're fucking hookers in Vegas.
Right. Because you're too busy to call the boss. Yeah.
You can't be doing the hooker in Vegas thing. That's not gonna help you become the line.
Fucking bug me and ask me questions. Don't be in Vegas fucking.
Right.
Dude, don't go to Vegas and just start fucking.
Yeah. I mean,
you guys are going to Vegas tomorrow though?
Yeah. And I'll be watching those guys fucking.
Yeah.
Right.
Looking from the booth.
Yeah, I like watching. I pay for that.
Right.
I pay for that. They love me watching them.
Yeah.
They get even stronger.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you would think that
you know, Big Daddy's in the house, so
right.
They
I don't
love,
even exactly know what we're talking about right now.
Yeah, I'm not going to share, but it is.
For sure.
Hey, I'm a sweatshop baby. In the end, I'm a sweatshop baby.
I get it. You know, the Lion of NYC likes voyeur. I get it. You know, what, in your businesses, you're growing, and I see that you're expanding it. You're like really chasing the lion. The lion maintains his kingdom. He has his space, and sometimes the lion might want to expand. The lion might see some shit over there and be like, "I think we got to take that king out." I'm curious. Where do you want to take this? Where do we expand? Where do we grow the empire until, or do we get to a place and then we stop and retire, or we just keep growing because we the lion?
Like, is he going after Melinda Gates?
Yeah.
No, I get this. I get asked this quite a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, when is enough enough? And to me, look, to me, it's all about working hard, but then also playing harder. That means enjoying life, providing for your family, renting a yacht and sailing it in the south of France in the summer, and dropping $250,000, right? Like, as long as you're making that type of money, right? So it's also about life experiences.
Mm-hmm.
You don't ever want to just work, and then not enjoy.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right.
So the key here is, I don't, because of who I am, I don't think I'll ever stop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always a deal junkie. I'm always looking for the next $1 billion opportunity.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm gonna enjoy the wait.
100%.
I'm gonna enjoy the journey. I'm not gonna just sit back and just say, "Oh, I'm just gonna work all day." I'm enjoying the journey. Yeah. And I'm gonna surround myself with people who want to enjoy that journey too.
Yeah. I want to talk about surrounding yourself in a minute, but I'm curious about what you just said right there, the journey. And what I notice is like, you started getting on my radar pretty recently, and you're starting to get on more and more people's radar as your following grows. But a lot of times, your journey is long, and some they talk about like the iceberg effect, like determination, work hard, knowledge, skill, and everything like that. And eventually to the top, you see above the surface, you're like, I'm me flying on G-force and going all over the world. What was like the water's edge for you? Like you've done so much work in the past. How long did it take you to get above the water? What'd you say? Because everyone's answer is different.
I think it's, you need sometimes those home runs, right? You need that one moment that you can knock it out the park, but you have to put yourself in that position. Sure. Yeah. So if you never invest and you just sit in the sidelines and watch people, it's all about playing the lotto. Yeah. You have to, you got to use money to make money. Yeah. So, and a lot of people think it's going to be handed to them. No. Like a lot of people come to me and say, "Can you be my mentor? Can you teach me?" But they're not willing to write checks. They're not willing to do whatever it takes. Right. You could be poor and come to me and say, "Hey, I want to learn." That's fine. But what are you going to provide me in return? Provide me some human capital. It doesn't have to be hard cash. Right. But human capital. Maybe, walk my dog. Maybe do something that makes you valuable to me. Right. Or hey, you have a lot of accounting work. I'm good at accounting. Let me start doing that. Just that's how you get in. Right. And that's how you break out too. You're able to learn from someone, and then that person, let's say, is investing in something like, Facebook, and then you come in, you put $1,000 in it. You scrape $1,000, and then you're learning everything, and then next thing you know, it IPOs and you make $1 million from it. Or $100,000. Right. But that $100,000 is life changing. Oh, that 100 grand. Now you're in a position to turn that 100 grand into $1 million. Right. And then once you get to $1 million, then you could go to 10. Right. So it's all baby steps. When people want to rush in and say, "Oh, sell me a book so then I can learn," that's not how it works. It's real life shit here. Right. And people don't get that. People think, "Oh, be my mentor, and then I'm going to become rich." No, you have to put in the work. Yeah, you got to.
And I think too many people are scared to be at the bottom and just be realistic about that.
There you go.
Like, you just be honest with yourself.
They're too prideful these days.
Yeah, like Smart Mile Podcast. Like, we're at the bottom right now.
Bottom, yeah.
But we have plans, trajectory, and then we actually work at it daily to be able to improve that. And more people need to live with that type of expectation. Yeah. Don't be too scared to reach out to anybody and say, "Hey, like, jump on this thing."
No, I love that about you guys. look, you're valuable, LJ. You literally set up stuff. You multitask, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're mobile today.
You're
we're
mobile.
Beverly
Exactly.
Hills,
Mobile.
You do 20 things. You do 50 things. But in the end, you're just showing people your hunger.
Yeah.
Right. And guys like me who are seeing that,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna appreciate that, and I'm gonna do anything possible to help you.
Word.
Maybe I'm not gonna hand you cash. Maybe I introduce you to some guys,
Of course, yeah.
or some business.
Word.
Yeah.
Like I have, obviously, look, I own a lot of businesses and I have a lot of investments in companies. So when I feel like there's a budget, I can bring it to you guys.
Word.
Right?
Word.
So they have a marketing budget. I come to you guys and say, hey, look, these guys are growing, but they're gonna bust their ass for this money. They're gonna bust their ass. I know it.
Word.
Right?
Yeah. And so having that, like, honesty and tenacity are just so important to be able to carry it past.
Mhm.
And I do think it's dangerous to put yourself in a position of trying to be something you're not until you actually are.
Totally.
Because then you don't get that mentorship or that reach out. Because if you're always protecting yourself, like, yo, I got it, but you don't, someone's not available to the space to say, yo, I could actually help you a little bit with this or that.
Right.
Yeah, I think in one of my posts I called it a hit and run.
Mm.
Like a lot of people come and they will hit you up, but then they're gonna, once they get what they want, they're gonna run.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
it's not a genuine connection.
Just
Right.
transactional.
That one
hurts.
thing about
Yeah,
me is
transactional.
I've always been able to connect with people,
Right.
like anybody from the walks of life, like the lowest to the highest.
Yeah.
But I'm genuine about it. Like
Yeah.
everything I say and I do, I try to actually do. I don't just say it
Word.
so I could get in
Word.
or make some money. I'm actually there and I honor my word.
Word.
And that's rare these days, right? Like
Extremely.
a handshake is rare.
Extremely, and people honoring their word is extremely rare. And your word is your bond. Your word is you, and your word is truth.
And I grew up on the streets, so that's the code I live by.
Word,
Right.
word. That's what's really interesting. You were like, you asked me today before we showed up, like, are we pulling up or not? I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? Of course we're pulling up. 1 p.m. Are you? There's no.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't.
I just want to make sure because
You probably been stood up or whatever.
Maybe you'll be a flaker. No, I've been stood up. It's just more like you don't know, right?
Right. Of
You
course.
don't know like who you're dealing with, but you guys are hungry and you
Oh,
guys
right.
are real.
Yo, yeah, we're like,
And
no.
that's why
like,
I'm here. I'm here to help the underdogs like
Yeah.
myself.
You hit me up. I was cutting my hair. I was like, son, I'm heading over. Like, this is place. Are you kidding? That's what's really interesting. And you're able to grow from that. And also like the people you surround yourself with. We got some people. People on camera. There's some guys off.
It's a party.
Yeah,
It's a little bit of a party.
It's a party.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We got
Beer, some-
cigars
yeah.
in the mouth.
yeah. We
We're
got the
living life.
entourage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Entourage.
Yeah.
We got some Dominican Republic.
Oh, yeah.
Fresh
Dominican.
cigars and
Dominican.
Mhm.
Wow.
I
I
mean, we're
just-
not gonna light them up now, but
Yeah.
He's gonna kick us out of the hotel.
Right. It's all good. I've learned this in my life. I was, growing up, I was kind of told this, but I wasn't quite sure and how it really affected me. And then I started essentially surrounding myself with people like LJ and people at the foundation and people like Johnny and people that are growing and really, really doing it. And people that also honor their effing word.
Yeah.
I can't stress how important that is. Surrounding yourself, you obviously you surround yourself with the best people with the best intentions, and you grow from that. I would say, when did you start to learn that, and how has that really fully changed your life still to this day?
Yeah. So I think what's important is you want to surround yourself with like-minded people,
Right.
but people who are going to support you
Mm-hmm.
and be positive. If you bring guys along that are going to cause drama, want to jump ahead of you every moment, those are the people.
Right.
And I've been through that in life where there's a lot of competition, right? Like people are competitive in nature.
Totally.
But if you both are poor and you're trying to make it, there's no point of competing. You both are the same.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just be happy for each other. But I've been through that too, where there's you bring people in and then you make the wrong mistake because their intentions are let me try to get over this guy.
Yeah.
When in the end with me is I don't give a fuck. Like there's enough food for everyone to eat.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
The lack of understanding that all boats rise together is bizarre.
Yes.
Like and thinking
I
that
feel like people just want to fuck people. Like they want it, they like it.
Yeah, it's
Like,
weird.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Is
I
it
want to
something?
be at the top with other people.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's
You
the-
want to make money with your boys,
Especially your homies.
Yes.
Are you kidding?
like,
Exactly.
this mentality of this desire to want to be on top alone is such. I don't.
No, it's just
Makes
people being
nonsense.
selfish, insecurity.
Yeah.
You know, about themselves. So they want someone below them where they could just walk all over, right? Or feel better
It's
about.
bizarre.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is mad bizarre, and I'm actually I want to talk to you about this too. This the idea most people have of like wealthy people, and that people are lonely and sad and nonsense. It really depends on what path you choose, essentially. And I've met people like yourself and other millionaires that have healthy family, healthy life, healthy everything, and they're just trying to make it happen like anyone else. But I this persona of like to be rich you got to be selfish. You get rich you got to fuck other people down. I feel like it's almost this thing of like as maybe as men people ingrain this into you where it's just like whatever it is, push it all to the side. You get on the ledge to the mountain and keep rising. It's like I don't get it. And I've seen it in business. I worked a lot of sales businesses. I've seen it all the time. Where you're just like, hey man, this is my deal, or steal my shit. It's like I don't get it. But I do have questions about that because not only do you go through, as a wealthy man, you go through friends and people that you surround yourself with, but I feel like you also might go do the same with women. I'm curious, what, like you being yourself, do you now have like a more of a filter of women who like you date now because of there's more of like there might be like an underlying reason that you're trying to get with me more so than like just because I'm fresh and I look good and my personality is great? Like
Yeah, I think guys in my position that with the females around.
Yeah.
These days, I mean, females are notorious.
Yeah, you got options. You got mad options. I'm sure.
They are.
Yeah.
So guys in my position, they can easily, find a lot of these like sugar babies.
Yeah.
Right.
Sugar baby.
Yeah, we call them sugar babies.
Yeah.
But they're all over the place. I mean, but look, in the end, there's no shame in your game if you're honest about it.
Yeah.
If you say, look, you always see these older men with younger women.
Yeah.
I mean, it's obvious, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it is what it is.
you see
Yeah,
it
it's
all
a
over
very
the place.
transactional.
And the LA, come on.
Oh yeah.
Like that's dime a dozen.
they're
In
they're
the
next
lobby
door.
right now.
Yes.
They're next door.
There's
Yeah.
three of them.
Exactly. So I think you should, it's just a case by case thing. Like it just depends on your values but when guys have money, they want to swing their dicks around.
Of course.
They want to be able to say, look, I got a bad bitch around me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you just have to watch out. Just watch out and be careful and protect the dome.
Yeah.
I know Cam's
Word.
Cam,
like protect the dome.
Protect your dome. I know. First of all, I know I will be wealthy very soon or
No,
very soon.
I feel it.
I mean,
feel
Cam's
it.
gonna be one of the biggest stars on the planet. I think we've always figured that out.
Yeah. I like.
But you're
that.
scared
I like
of
that.
these sugar babies. 'Cause you know they're gonna be coming at you.
I'm a little freaked out because I want to ask you because I was serious. I walk into the SLS hotel looking fly
Yeah,
and all of a
yeah.
sudden like I'm getting rich on my dick and I'm just trying to figure out like
Because those
like-
girls in the elevator were trying to like figure
There-
out
there
what's
you
happening on the fourth floor.
yeah we're
Oh,
literally going up
really?
the elevator.
Wow.
She's like, so who are
We're
you?
like,
Who are you?
we're going
Somebody.
over here.
She's
Yeah,
like-
don't
she's-
worry.
And she's like anybody.
The Lions Den's over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, and she's like anybody I know, and I'm like, we're
What
like,
the
"Nah,
fuck?
don't worry about
Anybody
it. Like,
you know? How many?
Mhm.
How
Yeah.
many guys you fucking fucked with?
Yeah.
I thought those girls
Well,
were
how
gonna
many?
take
A
you
guy
with them.
I know.
Yeah. I should have.
Wow.
I should have been like, I was like, there's somebody's interviewing me, some shit.
Yeah.
And
I was
they would have,
bodyguarding
they would have followed me and come fuck me.
Yeah.
And I get it. And I get it. Don't get me wrong. Like, sexy fly, I get it. But when I get wealthy and it's gonna happen, like I'd rather have like a one girl. I'd rather have like
Of
a
course.
one chick
course,
that's like
yeah.
my main girl. Like
I think
whatever.
yeah, you definitely need a foundation.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Because
So
like
just
yeah.
Watch out. Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, hey, sometimes it's like Skittles, you know what I mean? Sometimes you want to try different flavors, different colors, whatever.
All the Skittles have the same flavor, bro.
Exactly, but they look different. So, and then I get it. Like, some
Skittles is the best analogy for that, really. When it
yeah,
comes down to it.
yeah.
They're all the same.
I remember I went to military school when I was younger in middle school, and someone the major said like, "Hey, all pussy is the same. They just look different." And she was a woman. She said that, by the way.
What the fuck?
It's a woman, and then and I was like,
Definitely.
Yeah, all
canceled by
pussy
now.
looks the same.
yeah, all pussy
Looks the same?
feels
Feel,
feels
okay,
the same.
feel.
looks different.
You had a female teacher telling this to a bunch of young boys?
Yes, that's why I'm traumatized.
But you guys fantasize about her.
No,
every
no,
night,
no,
every
no.
night.
Oh no!
Every night.
Oh
You're like,
no!
I wish I could give it to her.
Was she not cute?
Oh my god, I will.
She sounds like a sweetheart.
Oh my god, I will kill myself if I fucked her.
Nah.
This is like an older 65 some odd year old woman, and she was like major. She was like buff for some reason, and then like she would just like it was terrible.
What if she raped you? Will you enjoy that?
I don't know. Like I wouldn't know, right? I was probably sleeping. So like.
If that trauma like came up right now, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I would
Like
just
something you just suppressed, you had
Yeah.
no idea, and it's
just like oh shit, like you know.
I wish that story was better. I wish you gave her the pipe, you know? So,
yeah,
I have nightmares about her. To be frank with you,
that's probably the trauma.
yeah,
Flash mobbing.
I
you
should probably
late at night.
to get over it. I have to fuck her, right? Sorry, mom. I just. But my point is,
you're Christian. Be careful.
yeah, exactly.
His mom's a friend of the program. She loves the show.
Yeah, they know. You gave me worms. I know the major stone. Don't fuck around. Still mad at you about that. But women, they're a lot all different. I feel like you get to a place. I know it's all BS because I know it is, right? I know women are very like transactional, these hoes, and then like now
you can't say that.
Sorry, my bad. But I mean, when I get money, all of a sudden I'm attracting women that weren't attracting me before. So I know I have a mental like note of that to like know that.
Wow,
like,
you're prepared. Holy shit!
Oh,
wow.
He's
You're
scared.
prepared for the
You're
hoes.
fearful. You have a plan. In
You're
place.
already.
I have a plan to get rich. Yeah.
You have a business plan already mapped out for the hoes.
With the hoes, yeah.
Yo, make sure you make them sign NDAs.
Yes.
Non-disclosures, like
No fucking around.
Wait, we do need
Venting
and
and
by the end of the day,
no
man.
circumcision. You know.
No.
Oh, sorry, my fault. I didn't-
Yeah, no. So like your mental note in my head, that like these women are just they're there for the transaction, not for like what reality, you know.
But some days you're there for the transaction.
Exactly.
That's why it gets confusing.
That's where the NDA comes in place, and I'm curious about that. Like sometimes what I heard about stories and they break them and stuff, and I gotta like what lawyers do you use for your NDA? It's really what I'm asking.
No, you can just Google it. It's all the same. It feels all the same.
I wonder how like the rocket lawyer one goes with that.
The rocket mortgage lawyer, motherfucker. Like
Yeah.
he's just like, just whatever. Just like,
You just get a template off it.
don't
There's
tell-
there's
don't
an
tell,
internet
sign
template
here.
for that.
They're wild, man. They're wild. We're gonna find some hosts tonight, I bet you. And I'm gonna be rolling with you, and I'm like, yeah, like I'm a real estate business. And
The churro god. Churro god.
the churro god, and then all of a sudden I'm gonna get hosed randomly. So that's how you gotta do it. You gotta roll with the lion, is what happens. So I'm curious, I have just a few more questions. I pretty much, we're pretty much wrapping it up actually. But I kind of asked you, why a little bit about it. But like, I noticed you can mention your why, and it sounds to me like your why is, I'm never gonna be broke again. That's why. Correct me if I'm wrong. It sounds like your why is like, because of what my family have gone through, I'm going to set them up for I'm gonna set them up for not only to not go through that again, but abundance, to never even go through that again for my children and grandchildren. I see that in you.
Sure.
I'm curious. What am I missing? Correct me if I'm wrong. What is your why?
Yeah, just my why is, again, like you hit it on. It's for not just money now, but for sustaining wealth, like in the future, for a lifetime of wealth. But providing, businesses and residual income for the future.
Okay.
Right. But again, like I also live for the moment too. Like I'm a big risk taker, so I get into businesses I have no idea about, like aviation. I have no idea, but in a year I'll know fucking everything about it. That's because I'm gonna work hard at it.
Right.
And I think the why is, it's just in me. It's just this fire that I have to keep going until I slow down. Until there's no dollar amount. It's just me feeling like I could conquer things, right?
Yeah.
Like I could build $1 billion company.
Word.
Like I want to be able to have that in my mind. Like there's no ceiling.
Right.
But you have to put in the work. You can't just say, yeah, I'm gonna find one day $1 billion. Yeah, you got to put in the work.
Nah.
The lion just needs his bread, bro. That's his why.
Yeah, exactly.
You need that bread.
I just want to be able to experience the world, provide for my family, and and my friends too.
Yeah.
Like be able to just enjoy life.
Yeah, I like that phrase too. Like keep going. I say that often. Like we just keep going. Like every single minute, hour.
My Dory.
My
keep swimming.
My kind of saying is you never know. I always use that line. Like you never know who you're gonna meet.
Yeah.
You never know. You didn't make that light, and then the next light, you meet your wife, or you never know about any investment, about anything that happens. And I don't ever look at something where I say, nah, you close the door on something. Like I keep everything open, an open mind.
That's so right. Like I do think it's easy to discount the moment and discount the people that come into your life. Exactly. I do look at life as like, this is a moment that I was like is a blessed gift, and that I believe that I'm living like an intended thing for me. And so you have random people that come into your life, or random moments that show up. Maybe you got to expect that, like, maybe this is something that could turn into something really cool.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Yeah,
so you never know. That's my line.
You never know.
You never know what kind. Look, you never know. Look, we're here. You never know where you guys are gonna go.
Yeah.
Right. Like maybe this one interview helps you guys propel you guys to the next level.
Yeah.
Maybe I invest in you guys because I believe in it.
Yeah. You never know. You never know.
So minus I catch LA about a week later.
Like no. I like last two questions because I'm curious about this. Well, actually, I kind of asked you a little bit about this, but like, about creating abundance, and I noticed this because in my life, it's never really good to get like just above the line. I feel like not only because of just what is, but because of like, especially now with like rapid inflation and all these things that are coming in play, I feel like the goal is actually to, at least for my life and to what I've learned from you, is to create abundance. Really for the family in the lines below, and for your mom to retire. Oh my God. I mean, so that's one thing I will take from you. I have learned from you for this interview. Just to continue to push on, to continue to see opportunities and expand on them, and continue to just like create abundance and do it for your family, do it for your friends.
I love it.
And like you said, right, all boats, what do you have the phrase?
All boats rise together.
All boats rise together.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think once you create something,
and protect the dome.
Protect the dome.
Protect the dome.
Because
I've never heard that.
Incoming missiles.
Once there's a weak link there, then it enters.
Yeah.
That could rip apart everything.
Iron Dome that shit. I mean,
we're all in support of the Iron
but
Dome.
Not 90%, 100.
Man, you gotta make this political
99.9.
Yeah, 99.9. Yeah. We're not going there, but resupply them. I mean, actually don't. The U.S. did for some reason. What the fuck? Anyway.
I think we voted against it.
Yeah. We should totally. I mean, actually, we didn't vote at all. But anyway, against that.
Aviation question for you. Do we have electric planes ever coming?
Yeah, there are. There's a bunch in the works right now.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll start seeing some. So there'll be Teslas of the air coming for sure. Yeah, but are they safe? I'm not gonna get on one yet until there's a bunch of people who already have. So
I mean, we talk about that quite often. We said a phrase that we say often about the fucking.
The Tesla.
It needs to be tested. The vaccination needs to be tested before.
Hey, by the way, I got the Moderna.
Oh, so
I'm already fully vaccinated.
You're fully vaccinated.
But you know what?
Yeah.
The crazy shit is the first one. It just makes your arm swell up.
Yeah.
The second one, same thing, but it hit me the second day. So, the first day I was fine, and then the second day. I was like, fuck, man, I'm starting feeling a little warm.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, I'm just in the bed and I can't move. And, you're feeling fatigue. There's a lot of fatigue. Was I still horny? Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. But the blood was flowing
just
for sure.
Blue chew
but protect the dome,
Yeah.
But yeah, I was bedridden for another 2 days. And then the fourth, I had like a headache, a killer headache. And then finally it went away. But.
Okay.
Who knows what's it gonna do? Maybe it makes you stronger. Maybe it makes your anus tighter. Who
knows,
right?
Yeah. We're all for anal tightening. So, I just have like I one more last question for you. Do you have any questions for him?
No, I'm just thinking about other bullshit.
Yeah, I got.
Just thinking about the rings around the collar.
Yeah, you know, just
Vaginistic or whatever.
yeah. I gotta make sure Trojan just invented a new condom regarding that. Anyway, so you know, last question for you.
Sure.
I feel like you just have to ask this question. Rich or poor? What do you choose?
I always choose rich, just because I've been a poor man.
Yeah.
And you know, I've been a rich man.
Yep.
And I choose rich
every time,
just because, you know, it's different.
Yeah.
Right? But I don't discount being poor, because being poor actually creates character. It actually creates hunger, and it makes you want to reach the rich.
Right.
And then when you get there, that it feels even that much better. Right?
I feel like if you don't go broke one point in your life, you're probably missing something out of it.
But even all the billionaires go broke, and then they go even harder.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the DNA is there. You know how to make money.
Right.
It's just unlocking it and finding the right thing.
Absolutely.
That's dope.
This is Smart Mouth, y'all.
We got
this is
Lion
Smart
in
Mouth.
the place.
We got the Lion of NYC.
Episode 20.
Episode 20, yeah. It's one of our greatest episodes. So
thank you.
Really
thank
pumped
you.
about that. Thank you so much
No
for
problem,
allowing us
brother.
to do this with
Thank you guys.
We get to hang out and have a good time. More pictures on Instagram coming soon.
Find us on YouTube.
YouTube, Spotify,
hit them up.
Yeah. We got big business. We got big shit coming soon. So
I love it.
we're really pumped.
I'll be there to support you guys.
Yeah.
We appreciate.
And this is not our last conversation either.
No.
No, we're gonna have
I
another.
think we have good chemistry.
Yeah.
They're like the United Nations here.
Exactly.
Exactly. We got all the flavors.
We got all three continents
Right?
that like were originals.
We got some soy sauce.
Yeah. We got some jerk chicken,
Jerk chicken.
and then
a tater tot hot dish.
yeah,
Tater tot
chicken
hot
nuggets
dish.
with the brownies or whatever.
Oh,
You know what I'm dying to do? I'm dying to have some type of food show.
Okay.
Maybe we should all do a food show together.
Oh.
Yeah.
We try each other. You know,
Yeah.
we go.
I take
we
you
go some fried chicken.
I take
we
you
go
to
some
Slauson.
lo mein one day.
Yeah.
Tater tot hot dish again,
We go
bro.
some-
I'm
Yeah.
coming
I guess
with
tater
it.
tots.
Son.
Yeah.
Some diner food. You know.
Yeah, I'll take you to countryside Jamaica, and they know.
Oh,
Joe
I think that's in the works now.
Joe
When's
Mia
the last
come
time you had a fried Snickers?
Ooh.
When I had a heart attack. No, I'm joking. No, I've never had it.
Yes.
I don't have any passion to have it, but I will.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
pretty good.
If it's in it for the show, I will. Yeah,
it's
for the
it's pretty
show,
good.
yeah.
I'm just saying. It's pretty good.
For the gram and the show, yeah.
Yeah.
I will.
Sure.
I'll eat that.
For the gram. Cool.
Protect the dome, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Protect the dome.
the dome.
So yeah, we appreciate you, man. Big time. We're
Yeah, no
excited,
problem.
and thank
Thank
you
you.
so much for this interview, man.
Yeah,
Over and
thank
out,
you.
Smart
Thank you,
Mouth
guys.
back at
Over
you,
and out.
y'all.
Over and out. Hell yeah. Thank you, man.